All right, what's up, and welcome back, everybody. Once again, a weekly update here on my profile on Tradingview. Just a little bit different this week. I want to give you a fully bullish outlook here on Bitcoin. What are some potential bullish moves that could follow in the coming weeks and months and potentially bring us to new all time highs? But before that, I want to dive into this chart once again, my infamous head and shoulder pattern. And I just want to talk about what happened to those things that I was talking about last week in all of my posts and videos. So this is what we predicted here. The EMA ribbon, we had a cross in it for the very first time since when was it, May 2020, where the MA20 fell below the MA25 for the very first time since then. And obviously, we didn't manage to close back above the EMA ribbon, which I already had called off on, I think, Friday or something. It looked pretty much impossible. And yeah, what else can we see here? Yeah, this area here obviously still is in play. This is also part of my more bullish outlook, so don't worry if we're going even lower. But here, yeah, as you can see, this is the 31K to 29K area from where we have bounced not only once, but twice in the past and then moved up to new all-time highs. So now let's move on to some newer charts. So this is the first chart that I posted very early this morning. And right around here, when we were right at this candle, more or less here, and I said Bitcoin is currently breaking out to the upside out of a symmetrical triangle here on the 1 hour BTCUSDT chart. So we can see that, and we have gotten rejected a few times here at right at 38,000. Now we're actually trying to break above that. So I also in the post I wrote that my target area for this rally is here this area between 38K to 40K. I don't see it going much higher. And then potentially, even if we get rejected here or reach that area, we could go down to our lower support area here around 33K, or try building support here on the 35K region. And worst case scenario, obviously, brings here this area that we just looked on the other chart as well, the 31K to 29K region that, yeah, obviously is a very strong support with multiple bounces to new all-time highs in the past. Yes, so this here is obviously the smallest time frame we'll be looking at today, the 1 hourly. And now I want to move over to something else that I had posted today. Another pattern on the weekly chart, this falling wedge here that you might be familiar with, not only from me, from other traders as well, and people in general that post on all social media and here. But I prefer to look at it here on the weekly, not on the daily chart. So here you can see there's a falling wedge, bullish pattern, and here you see those bounces that we had in the past, that where we rallied to new all-time highs here and here again, that I already just spoke about. And what else can we see here? So here we see if we keep moving within this falling wedge pattern here, we obviously would have to, now we touch the bottom here of the wedge once again, we have to move up here. This would align with what we're doing right now on the smaller time frame, what we've seen, where I just looked at my targets at around 40K. Here you can see the top of this wedge would be around 40K. Obviously, weekly candle, that would mean by Sunday we would have to touch that area, and then potentially here I wrote that we could even break through it, wick through it, and get to like 44 to 45K before we fall back down. And then that area here would come into play, where we would then have to touch the bottom of the wedge again if we don't manage to break off out to the upside here, which I don't think is gonna happen for me. That's the more realistic scenarios, that we touch the channel, fall back down, and then bounce from this area like we've done here and here in the past. Yeah, and then you can see here this would align with the exact area that we've just seen on the two other charts, 31.5K to 29K, formed by the previous bounces to new all-time highs. And now let's move over to another chart here. Our last chart, I think, that we'll be looking at. Yes, that's here the monthly candles. So we can see here that we've made this ABCD formation, and we could be looking at something similar again, obviously starting here from the top, ABCD, and then keep moving here. I drew this channel a little different than I've seen around. I've been trying to connect the bodies since I'm trying to give a more bullish outlook here on Bitcoin. I could see that we don't go as low anymore. We already reached the lowest point in this specific scenario where we touched this channel here, bounced off it in the 33K region, and I'm now looking to close this candle here within the channel. So we don't want to drop out of this channel again. Of course, this channel has some room to play with, as might have seen it from other people who have posted it as well. But yeah, I'm just keeping it like that so we can see here, because then we can see that the Fibonacci retracement all the way from the bottom to the top here comes in at the 0.5 level, right with the edge of this with this channel. And then, yeah, if we would continue in this pattern, obviously, we would then be looking to do something very similar that we did here from April till June. These three black candles we see here already, we've done the same thing here, then close this, and then maybe move a bit lower again here, like do something similar, come back to this channel here in February, after our rally could potentially take us here if we get rejected now in the 38K to 40K area. I'm talking about the rally that's going on right now. Bitcoin's currently at just around the 38K area, what I looked at a couple of minutes ago. So if we would stay in this region and stay here above in this channel, and then could potentially open within this channel here in February, and maybe fall again here, build a shadow down to this area, maybe into the area, and then start rallying like we did here, as you can see. Right here we have 3 touches because we had this big wig, and then we took us all the way down, and here we have it. We've done it more in steps, but yeah, we could have something like that. So we opened February within the channel here again, maybe wick down or rally right back up, and then go up here. Obviously is the all-time high, the previous one of 69K, or just get rejected here again at the top of the channel. So let's see. This is like I said, this is not the only scenario that's possible. There's a million options on the table of things that could happen for Bitcoin and the crypto market. But today I just wanted to give a little more positivity after all the drama, and especially with the dump that's been going now for a good few weeks. Yeah, and before the Fed meeting today and everything, I just wanted to give a little bit positivity and bullishness for you guys to brighten your spirits. And yeah, as per usual, this is it for me for now. And if you liked the video, please leave me a comment. I really appreciate it if you guys leave me some feedback of what I can do different. I've also, if you pay attention, I've been playing around with the colors here. Now I've settled for like more of a gray, black, orangey, Bitcoinish theme here. And I don't know what you guys like more. Do you prefer a very light one, something that's more very black, or here something more neutral, more middle turf, right? Like a gray. Let's call it gray area. So that's what I chose for today, since Bitcoin is moving in this gray area, looking bullish on the shorter time frames, but then still quite bearish on the larger time frames. But hey, let's hope things play out the way I just broke it down for you guys, and then we have a bright future to look into. Apart from commenting, drop me a like, follow me, whatever you want to do. Any engagement is really appreciated, and yeah, puts a smile on my face. So good luck to everyone. Happy trading, and see you soon.